We're continuing to follow the investigation into Scott County basketball coach Sean Woods. State records show he is at the center of a child abuse or neglect investigation.
We also just found out the Scott County Sheriff's Office has opened an investigation. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is asking more questions tonight.
And she's trying to get the answers in this WKYT fact check.
A lot of what we know about this case comes from the mothers of two girls who claim Coach Sean Woods acted inappropriately and had inappropriate conversations with their daughters. Woods, who was placed on leave, was the head basketball coach at Scott County High School. One of the mothers back in December brought her concerns to the school board. District leaders told us at that time the students' claims were not substantiated. 3 months later, the Cabinet for Health and Family Services says the claims were substantiated. I talked to a deputy executive director with the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. She says this is a child welfare investigation, not a school investigation. And because of its nature, they can't give us details on this case. They can't even say if they've closed the case. Here's what we can look to that might reveal more of what happened. If the state cabinet determined there was evidence of a criminal case, they would turn that information over to law enforcement. I checked with the Scott County Sheriff's Office. They say the county attorney contacted the sheriff. His investigators sat in on interviews, and they found no evidence of criminal behavior. But they do still have an open investigation on Coach Woods. With this WKYT fact check, I'm Kristen Kennedy.